This is one of over 500 assisted PNF stretching demonstrations that can be found as part of my 80 Days to Your Dream Body course, which is available to my channel members. If you'd like to see all of them, then consider becoming a member. But for right now, let's get our stretch on. That's how we would target the adductors. Then from this position right over here, what we could do is, now that we've worked on the medial compartment of the femur, we could start working more laterally. So for lateral, we're going to take the foot, the lateral arch of the foot, we want to anchor it onto the iliac crest. With our forearm, we're going to go ahead, we're going to lock our forearm onto the fibula and the lateral border of the femur. And then with our hand, we could just go ahead and grab a hold of the anterior surface of the femur. We want to take them, for this first one, in line. So we want the patella in line with the same side shoulder. And right now, once again, we're going to be targeting the central fibers of the gluteus maximus muscle. And because we have the leg rotated, we're also going to be starting to get a little bit more into the hip abductors. So we're going to start getting into the gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, a little bit of those tensor fasciae lati muscles. And then we're just going to go ahead, use our hip to traction by lifting up. Also, we're going to use our hand. We're going to just lift up to the sky, lean, and then instruct the patient to inhale, push into my arm. We're going to inhale, contract. As they exhale and relax, we're going to lift and lean and take them deeper into the stretch. So right there, we're targeting more of the central fibers or the middle fibers of the gluteus maximus. Then what we could do is knee to sternum. By going knee to sternum, what we're going to do right now is we're going to shift the emphasis a little bit. But first, we're going to lift and lean, go deep into the stretch. Then they're going to inhale and push. And then on the exhale, we're going to use our iliac crest in our hand to lift and lean to get that traction. Use our forearm to apply a bit of a pressure. And now that the knee is in line with the sternum, we're starting to shift the emphasis a little bit more laterally. So now we're starting to get into the medial lateral fibers of the gluteus maximus muscle. And we're also starting to get a little bit more into the biceps femoris. We're still getting a decent amount of stretch on the semitendinosus, but we're shifting the emphasis a little bit more laterally to the biceps femoris. The last one, we're going to get the knee, and we want the knee in line with the opposite shoulder now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to lift and lean, traction, try to get that knee toward the opposite shoulder. We're going to inhale and push. And then on the exhale, they're going to relax. We're going to lift and lean, and then get them deeper into the stretch. So now we're getting a lot more of those lateral fibers of the gluteus maximus, so the fibers that are closest to the greater trochanter of the femur. And we're also getting a little bit more of the biceps femoris over the semitendinosus. What we're going to do now is apply a little bit more traction and just open up that hip a little bit more. We're just going to go ahead. On each inhale, we back off a little bit. On the exhale, we sink deeper into the traction. So patient inhales, we back off. Patient exhales, sink into it. That is how we would focus on the hip extensors, the abductors of the hip, and the adductors of the hip. Now, we're going to work a little bit on the rotators. That was just a tiny taste of what can be found in my members only section. If you enjoyed it, become a member for only $5 a month to get access to hundreds of member only videos.